How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to episode number 12 of season 7 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer as we are making our way through this season with, I guess, a bit of reinvigorated energy following the last episode, because episode 10, pretty brutal stuff with the Turrican vampire pulverizing Buffy, I guess would be the right description. But Buffy turned around the fortune and was able to defeat it with a few doubters, of course, preceding things. Like I said, there's that reinvigorated energy because, yeah, this war, it's going to be hard and it's going to have a few doubters and whatnot, but Buffy was able to show, I guess, the potential slayers that nothing is impossible, basically. And I'm looking forward to seeing where things go along. Spike's been rescued as well, thanks to Buffy. So yeah, the first took a bit of a few losses in the last episode, and there was a large side of me thinking that things are going to get pretty brutal for Buffy and co, whether it be the end of this episode, next episode, because I don't think the first is going to take this lying down, definitely. But we found out some very pivotal information regarding why the first was wanting to make a resurgence, I guess, with Buffy's resurrection being a very pivotal piece in the first's resurgence. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff that came about in the last episode, both physically and I guess in context. So yeah. But with that said, let's get into episode number 12 of season 7 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let's go.
These two are dead. Why?
Because the black chick always gets it first.
Ow! What was that, Rona?
Wow.
I'm dead because he's a vampire. I don't have Slayer strength, Slayer speed. It wasn't a fair fight.
Fine.
I mean, neither did Willow and Xander, but they've fared okay.
No, sir.
I'm fine.
Let me see.
Ooh.
A spike.
Ooh.
That's hot.
So, we're supposed to, like, make out with him or something? Careful, Buffy. Just when you think it's part of the lesson, he'll hurt your arm.
It's not every vampire with a soul you make out with.
You think you're different because you might be the next Slayer? Death is what a Slayer breathes. What a Slayer dreams about when she sleeps. Death
Buffy's
is what
been
a
there
Slayer
twice.
lives. My death could make you the next Slayer. Turrican? So when I kicked his ass, the whole firsty circus decided to back off for a while. Good news?
In layman's
Well,
terms,
we
the
probably don't have
first
to
is
worry about
sulking
deploying spike
because
shields
its
for a
baby
while.
got killed.
Here's the half empty. Time away means time to regroup. And part of that regrouping is coming back stronger than ever.
Like
The
I
odds
said,
are against us.
it's not going to
Time
play.
is
It's
against
going to play
us.
harder, if anything.
Picking up that Chow-on girl in Shanghai yesterday. Okay, well, let me know if he does. Bye. Amanda, right? I'm all yours. Do people ever think you're weird?
Hey, weird's okay.
Sure. I mean,
Look at me.
So, maybe.
Here's the thing: if they are picking on you, just I don't know. Throw a pole at them. Oh goodness.
I might not have a beauty like this. Halt!
Okay, see, that's why we don't point the weapons in the kitchen.
So loaded.
That's always the lead quote under the headline, Household Crossbow Accident Claims Teen.
Oh, mace.
Yeah, that's better.
Gotta go with the steak. It's classic.
Until she throws it.
I like the feel of wood in my hand.
Lost me there?
Just kill people and he gets to go.
Spike didn't have free will. You did.
That's true.
Hate my free will.
This way y'all hiding.
Hey, Spike.
We ready to go?
Like,
Let's go, girls.
it's interesting when you make that comparison to Andrew and Spike, but Spike's circumstances are a bit more
You
drastic.
wanna play Dragon Ball Z?
Hey, where's my snakeskin?
At your service, Miss Rosenberg.
Wow. Willow's gonna drop him.
Can you imagine if everyone saw?
And the light will find the potential, and it'll illuminate her with a glowing aura.
Cool.
And before the
I've been
seers are
changing this
indicating
map
it's
So
dawn.
that we can track her basic location. We'll have to hotfoot it, but
I mean, this is
bet
a
you
dawn.
can find
Showed
her
a lot of
tonight.
strength though,
You know,
so.
if it is Mark,
It's really no big.
I was sure that it was gonna work. Dawn.
Oh my god, is it Dawn? Oh my god! Dawn? It is Dawn!
I think it worked.
She has to die. I mean, if I was ever
Yeah.
the Slayer, it would mean she died.
Well, it's a lot like being the Pope in that way. Except you don't have to be some old Catholic.
And yet, no.
Dawn's gonna be a Slayer.
Holy crap. Excuse me. Plucked from an ordinary life, handed a destiny.
Say Skywalker
Yeah,
and
ordinary.
I smack you.
Buffy, no?
She didn't take her phone.
Comunicado.
We'll tell her as soon as she gets back.
Let's not.
What? Dawn, she...
Flowering that happens when a girl realizes that she's part of a fertile heritage stretching back to Eve and...
I'll pay you to talk about Star Wars again.
This is about the fact that Dawn just might have bought herself an early death.
We don't know that.
Right, all we know is that
The
everything
president,
just changed.
the precedent isn't really optimistic,
I still think
but
she needs to know.
Hey, Willow, what if she doesn't like it?
Are you worried about what Dawn...
You would love, and then something went all fluey with my TiVo.
You know what? Can I talk to you for a second over here?
You think
Potentials?
she dated him too?
look,
Okay, everyone.
give Clem some respect, potentials. This dude.
So, you girls are gonna deal with demons, huh? Just let me tell you this.
Whoa, Clem!
I believe you.
Well, cool.
I'm a bit suspicious about her, not gonna
The thing
lie.
is, after it hit its head, I kind of freaked out. I trapped it in a room, and it's still there, and now I don't know what to do.
It's okay. This is totally dealable.
I mean, if she's honest, then
I was
props
thinking
to
of telling
her.
your sister.
You know something about my sister?
Well, I've heard people talking. A lot of them think she's some kind of high-functioning schizophrenic. But just suppose he got out and was maybe, like, encouraged toward the gym while the marching band was playing. Because the way they look down the swing choir might be, you know, funny.
No.
I'm just saying.
I don't trust you. You, I don't trust. Touch something. I dare you to touch something.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. But we have to get out of here.
Way! Here we go. Turning on that instinct to run. Oh, she's touching it. Okay, she's real.
You believe me? I believe you.
Still gonna show her potential though.
You can't think
Like
too
hello.
much. The acting's better. Could be the difference between staying alive and that other thing. You've got it. No. If you don't, if you make one mistake, it takes just one vampire to kill you. So you've got to know you can take him. Know your environment. Know what's around
Come
you.
on,
Know
Dawn.
how to use it.
This is it. She's using her environment. Oh my
Hand
god!
the Slayer, everything is a potential weapon if you know how to see it. The only thing you know for sure. Got me.
Oh man! In the lion's den. Here we go. Big risk, but
Come on, sweetie.
they gotta show their worth.
Want me to kick
Uh-oh.
down the door?
Oh, they think she's the... Oh, no. Oh, shoot. Oh my god, yep.
I've got your back, but this is something you have to do. It's something you're born
Oh,
to do.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Here, this belongs to you.
So, what the heck? So, Amanda...
1 minute I'm in swing choir. And the next... What the hell is going on? You told me to come
Congratulations,
see
you won
what
the lottery,
comes.
I guess.
Turns out a vampire attacked me. Problem. So I go to your house, only when I get there, this orange cloud hits me.
She was at the doorway.
And I don't know if you're turn to the drugs, but that's not my deal, all right?
Oh.
I got a little dizzy and I don't know. I mean, when I saw the vampire,
Vampire's good too.
cool. Yeah,
It must
but
kind of suck
that
for
vampire
Dawn,
attacked me.
even
I got
though,
this
you know,
kind of charge. You know?
it'll give Buffy some
Like you realize
ease
in
of mind.
one instant that you're.
You know what? How much harder it is for the rest of us.
No way. They've got
7 years, Don. Working with the Slayer, seeing my friends get more and more powerful. The witch, a demon. Hell, I could fit Oz in my shaving kit, but come a full moon, he had a wolfy mojo not to be messed with.
Oh, no.
Powerful. Thought you were all special. Miss Sunnydale 2003. And the minute you found out you weren't, you handed the crown to Amanda without a moment's pause. You gave her your power.
Oh, Xander.
Power wasn't mine.
More than anybody realizes, because nobody's watching me.
Oh.
I saw you last night. I see you working here today. You're not special. You're extraordinary.
Xander.
What?
Seeing, knowing.
Speaks from the heart.
Maybe it is. Maybe I should get a cape.
Cape is good.
Wow. That was a really, really nice bit there from Xander. Like, well, this is it though. Like, for Dawn, it's going to be, it can be very, very crushing with the fact that, yeah, I thought I had this power, and it's going to be a devastating blow to find out that it was all a misconception. Because you want to, you know, it might be scary, especially with the first and the bringers, etc. But it's also a moment that you think, holy dang. And there's still some kind of specialty with Dawn about the fact that, I guess she could be considered a miracle child because of the fact that, yeah, she wasn't here originally, but she is here now, and yet she has the privilege of living a life that, you know, doesn't bring harm to anyone, apart from evil, but screw evil. But Xander's message was really, really beautiful, and, like, because, you know, you have that feeling that, hey, I'm going to be this slayer and it's all a misconception, but yeah, the fact that he mentioned about the fact you're extraordinary, it's a really, really beautiful speech that Xander provided, and yeah, good on him, like, for providing a bit of light in this, I guess, painful situation because of the fact that Dawn led with this belief, and it was all for nothing. Well, it wasn't all for nothing, but it was just a misconception at the end of the day. So, yeah, good on Xander. Xander is really, really amazing, though, in terms of especially saying the right things when things are needed, if anything. Like, the Season 6 finale is a really, really good example of that because he saved the world. But this is it, though. He's saying the right things in the right time because of the fact that Dawn felt really numb. Yeah, it was very, very anxious believing that you were this potential, especially since you've got a huge target on your back from the first. But there is that numbness inside of you by saying, yeah, we made a mistake, you're not a potential, so yeah, because you're feeling shoved aside, you're not feeling extraordinary to the group. So to have Xander basically say that, yeah, you're extraordinary, and someone who, you know, doesn't have any kind of super abilities or whatnot, spell casting, etc. It really is poignant. And not just that, though, but you reflect on episodes like the Zeppo, for example, where Xander was questioning what he brings to the table to the Scoobies, and he's able to, I guess, reflect that to Dawn based on experience and say, you're just you're still a really, really valuable and extraordinary member to the Scoobies, and give her that hope, give her that light. So yeah, and it was just really, really beautiful, and I feel like it kind of translates well in a sense to real life, because you know, I felt really low about myself, that I'm not as great as other people, and that I'm not extraordinary compared to, you know, people who might surround me, for example. But there is always that one person who is always able to give you a bit of light, to say, you know, you're unique, you're wonderful in your own way and whatnot. And this is it, though. Like, you can be you can... It's reflecting on Buffy, it's really, really sad, isn't it, to think that, okay, you might not be as extraordinary as her, but you can still be appreciated, I guess, as much as the main star of the show. And this is it. Like, Dawn still is, because she is she is still a very fundamental member to the group, and she doesn't need Slayer abilities or being a potential to define her. If anything, she is wonderful in her own way, and she still brings something amazing to the world. And this is it, though. I feel like Dawn really helped out Amanda. Like, yeah, she might not be a potential, but I feel like she was very fundamental in my mind. She was very fundamental to Amanda's survival. I feel like without Dawn, Amanda would have died potentially. Hey, get it? And this is it. Like, Dawn is not one to shy away from a fight. Like, going back to I think I made a joke about it in the it might have been the season 6 finale, but I made a joke when Buffy and Dawn were fighting side by side. You know what? Buffy can take a retirement, Dawn's the new Slayer, etc. And we have this story where Dawn is a potential, well, was thought to be a potential. But this is it. Dawn wasn't one to shy away from the fight in the season 6 finale when Buffy and her were in a very, very tight spot. But this is it. Dawn shows so much strength, and she has evolved over the course of the seasons, in my opinion. And I feel like this episode is a very, very great love letter, if anything, to Dawn's character, because she has not been, you know, she has, from what I've seen, had her fair share of critics. But she's still better than Connor any day, so yeah. Although I don't think that's a divided opinion, is it? So yeah, but moving from that, yeah, she's had her fair share of comments about, you know, her being annoying and whatnot, from what I've seen in the comment section, and I feel like this is a nice love letter to her, because she has grown so much throughout the course of the show, and I have grown to appreciate her more and more from her very first outing in season 5. So yeah, I feel like though that final moment with Xander just showcased not just how Xander is just amazing when it comes to using his heart, especially in times when it's needed the most, but also the fact that Dawn is still able to bring a lot to the table. Like, she doesn't need that potential in her to specialize her importance. She is incredible in her own way. So Xander was really, really amazing, and you know, my respect to him just grows in moments like that, because like I said, he is able to utilize his heart, especially in times when it's needed the most, and this was no exception. So yeah, I just really love the focus that Dawn was like. Dawn's able to still do something really, really wonderful, and that potential identity doesn't need to be associated with her. She is still amazing. She can still do something great. And this is it, though. Like, when going back to the start of the episode, when the potentials were training and they were talking about how they didn't have that strength and whatnot, Willow didn't back in season 2. Like, when Buffy was like out of the game, she was still battling with that PTSD of dying. Like, Willow, Xander, they stepped up to the plate, and they didn't need that strength. They were still incredible in their own way as well. So, and like I said, same with Dawn. When she was in that predicament in the season 6 finale, she was still showing so much strength. And it's the thing with Xander as well. Like, Xander, it was really, really sad when he talked about how the world doesn't notice, but he has been very, very fundamental to the Scooby. Same with Dawn, I feel. But Xander has been there in terms of being very, very pivotal to the Scoobies in his own way. And it's really, it does break your heart when Xander says something about how nobody's watching him, because he is just as incredible to the group as Willow, as Buffy. Like, the thing that makes this group work is how they are all really wonderful and how they all make the world a better place, really. Whether you have spell casting abilities, whether you have Slayer strength, or even if you don't, but you're able to utilize a more non-supernatural ability like your heart, like Xander, you are able to make the world a better place. And I feel like that's the thing with Dawn, with Xander. They, in their own way, make the world a better place. So, yeah. And it was just a really, really powerful bit from Xander, and really heartbreaking for Dawn, with the fact that she was worried she was being left to the side again, and Xander was able to help her. So, yeah, I really, really loved that speech so much, and Xander doing an amazing job as usual. So, yeah, but I really loved this episode, and the focus on Dawn, and the I guess the idea of those without, this idea of being a potential, even though I feel like Dawn has the capability, like, well, not just from her fighting, but also with the Summer's blood as well. She has the capability of being a potential. So, yeah, but yeah, it was really good to have that focus on Dawn. Even though Amanda was the potential, the focus was on Dawn. And like I said, I feel like she was very fundamental to Amanda's survival. So, yeah, although that might be in my opinion, you might have a different opinion. But in my mind, I feel like if it wasn't for Dawn, Amanda would have died. And it wouldn't be implausible to have a potential die, because we've, seen a few oft this season. So, yeah, but Amanda did give up a good fight. Did give a good fight, so yeah. But yeah, really, really amazing stuff. Especially with Buffy training the potentials, and I feel like with this reinvigorated energy, that was brought thanks to Buffy's victory against the Turakan, that brought out a bit more of a more dubious side, I guess, a more delighted side from the potentials. Like, they were making a few jokes and whatnot, and you saw how they were complimenting each other after defeating that vampire that Buffy and Spike left them to fight against. So there was a bit more of a revitalized energy from the potential. So that was really, really nice to see, as well as things being a bit on, I guess, the cautious side between Buffy and Spike, especially with Spike still recovering after his situation with the first. So yeah, but it was really, really good to see this focus on Dawn, because I feel like, especially with the idea that it was revealed that Amanda came to the door, and the big aura thing accidentally affected Dawn, I feel like she needed that bit of a boost, especially from Xander. And like I said, it was still really, really great. What I really liked was the duality scene with Buffy and Dawn about how Buffy was teaching this lesson about use your surroundings and whatnot. And then you had Dawn use her surroundings. And there again, we see Dawn. Yeah, she might not be an official potential, but she does have that potential to still fight the good fight. She's still strong in her own way. She is still taking those lessons when Amanda was frightened for her life, and she didn't know she was the potential, of course, but she was backed up in the corner, and Dawn was doing all the potential work. She was learning from Buffy's lessons, even though she wasn't there, of course. But it still paints a really, really good picture about how strong Dawn is and how she was still extraordinary against that vampire without the, with the fact that there was this misconception that she was the potential. She still showed a lot of strength, and that was really, really incredible. So I really loved that duality scene with Buffy teaching the potentials, the lesson of using everything as a potential weapon, and then Dawn's just fighting that vampire. So yeah, and it's, like I said, it's a really, really good way of saying, yeah, you can not be a potential, but you can still make a huge difference. And I feel like that's what Xander, like I said, Xander, Dawn, those who do not have any kind of special abilities or are not part of this potential line, they can still do a lot of wonder for this world, and that they do. So yeah, and it's just, I think, a really, really beautiful message, especially to those who might feel a bit lost or feel like they don't, bring joy to the world. You can always have that person who's got your back and say otherwise, because there's a lot of people who feel like they don't mean anything, and that they just feel worthless, etc. and whatnot, and just have a low self-esteem. But you've always got that one person who's got your back, and it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, but yeah, I really loved this episode. It was really, really incredible, and like I said, really beautiful, especially towards the end. So brilliant focus on Dawn, and of course the duality of wanting of being that potential and also worrying about the risks that come with the job as well. So but it was a really, really beautiful way to conclude the episode as well. So yeah, really, really great episode, and loved how things transpired. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!